Hi everyone, I am your law teacher and today's video you are going to watch an introduction to 5 writs, historical development, fundamental rights and constitutional remedies. Concept and origin of writ. The origin of writs took place in the English judicial system with the development of English law from 4 courts. The law of writs originated from orders passed by the King's Bench in England. Writ was mainly a royal order which was issued under the royal seal. It used to be issued on a petition presented to the king in council for exercise of the extraordinary judicial powers based on a particular matter. As per common law, writ is a formal written order issued by a body with administrative or judicial jurisdiction, which we call as court. Writs took different names in various phases of historical development. The common law courts then worked under various restrictions and it had many limitations too. The remedies mentioned in the law were of limited scope and thus many cases fell beyond its jurisdiction. In such cases, the courts had no power to grant relief, so it became needful to file petition to the king in council to implement their extraordinary judicial powers. For such petitions, a written order was issued under the name of the king, popularly known as a writ. With passage of time, writs came out of the ambit of the royals and was made available to the common public. Introduction of writ in India. Writs were first introduced in India in the year 1774 by a royal charter of Britain. During this period, the East India Company was to be subjected to parliamentary control. Under the Regulating Act of 1773 and a Charter of 1774, a Supreme Court was established in Calcutta. Under similar charters, Supreme Courts were also set up in Madras and Bombay. Later, under the High Courts Act of 1861, these courts were replaced by High Courts in the year 1862. The power to issue writs in India was confined only to these 3 High Courts within their jurisdictions. The other High Courts did not enjoy the power to issue writs. After independence, the Constitution of Free India came into force. The authority to issue writs was then provided in the Indian Constitution. Now we can go to the topic writs. See, we have been provided with different types of rights like right to life, right to dignity, right to education and so many other rights too. If these rights are not properly protected, there is no meaning of rights. For example, whenever we are purchasing a new valuable thing, the first thing what we think about is how to keep it safe. Just like that, for the protection of our fundamental rights and their safeguard, we have some constitutional remedies. Constitution of India is the supreme law of the land which lays down rules and regulations for the protection of the rights of the people and impose duties over them. Our constitution, considered as the guardian and protector of the fundamental rights guaranteed to an individual. The right of writs is one such right available to a person. So before going in detail, we need to understand fundamental rights. Fundamental rights in India are the rights guaranteed under Part 3 of the Constitution of India, that is from Article 12 to 35. There are 6 fundamental rights recognized by the Indian Constitution: right to equality, right to freedom, right against exploitation, right to freedom of religion, cultural and educational rights, and right to constitutional remedies. Articles 14 to 18 deals with right to equality. Articles 19 to 22 deals with our 6 freedoms like freedom of speech and expression, freedom to assemble peaceably and without arms, freedom to form associations or unions or cooperative societies, freedom to move freely throughout the territory of India, freedom to reside and settle in any part of the territory of India, and freedom to practice any profession or to carry on any occupation, trade or business. Articles 23-24 deals with right against exploitation. The right to freedom of religion is dealing from Article 25 to 28. Articles 29 and 30 deals with the cultural and educational rights, and then comes the right to constitutional remedies. It is true that merely writing down a fundamental right is meaningless unless there is efficient machinery for their enforcement. It is remedy which makes the right real, and that's why our constitutional makers had incorporated Article 32 for their enforcement and also made it a fundamental right. Article 32 guarantees the right to move to the Supreme Court and authorize the court to issue order or writ for the enforcement of the rights. What is a writ? A writ petition is a written formal order to carry out a function or command. A writ can be filed by any citizen of India to a Supreme Court and State High Court under Article 32 and Article 226 respectively, in case their fundamental rights are affected or violated by any action of the state or government authority or body. There are 5 types of writ petition in Indian Constitution which one can file either before the High Court or Supreme Court, such as habeas corpus, mandamus, prohibition, certiorari and quo warranto. Thank you for watching my law classes and don't forget to subscribe.